What is up, people? Unreal Rex here, bringing you another gameplay commentary from me to you. And as of right now, I'm not looking at any gameplay to really talk about, so I'm just going to put whatever gameplay that is fitting for time over this commentary that I'm doing. So I'm just going to talk about a topic that's really been like making people real uneasy here lately. And I'm talking about the fear of North Korea. Oh Lord, the big, actually let me rephrase that. The small little Asian fuck who thinks he can nuke us. Okay, that's out of the way. I personally, you're thinking, why would a teenage kid have anything to say, educational wise, about this and have any facts to back up? Well, let me start off. I love history. I love social studies. I love economic studies. I love sociology and the study of people, trends, stuff, how that works. I'm really into like studying how people are and what makes people function and stuff like that. And I love studying war. Like, I'm the type of person that can sit down and watch the History Channel, Military Channel for fun, because I just love knowing all the new military strategies, past battles. It's just stuff that's went back on, and I'm really big into World War II. You can pretty much ask me anything about World War II, and I can give you an answer. I grew up around, my grandfather was in World War II, always hearing World War II stories, just enjoying that stuff. I really enjoy it. It's, I don't know, I just love to do it. But that's enough of that. That's enough of the backstory. Let's get into North Korea. People are like so terrified of North Korea. They're like, ooh, no, they're going to bomb us. No, oh my god, they're so powerful. No, people, not powerful at all. Let's start off with North Korea as a whole. Their economy is third world. What they show us on the news clips, the highlights of them marching down their main street or whatever the hell they're doing their little salute, that is their propaganda techniques. It's what they want to show us. It's what Kim Jong-il or I think it's Un. I'm not too sure. I think it's Kim Jong-un. Pretty sure it's Un. I think Il was his father. But anyway, it's what he wants to show the outside world. He wants to make the appearance of his army being big, mighty, and powerful, when in reality, that's not the situation. He's trying to show his card, saying, hey, I'm a big, tough guy. Show me attention, so that the U.S., well, basically the United Nations in general, will back down to his demands in fear of nuclear war. And that just won't happen. Not at all. Because, one, if you actually take the time to do a little bit of book work, you will soon and fastly realize that, yes, North Korea can take out South Korea extremely fast, super duper fast. They could just plow them over like a bulldozer. That is, I guess you can say, a legitimate reason why we shouldn't go to war with them. But really, North Korea is a third world country. They lack power, electrical power, throughout their entire nation. People are starving. They have lack of information, and mostly they're brainless sheep. And what I mean by that is they follow their leader religiously, and you haven't really seen anything like that to an extent since Mr. Spastic Arm Movement guy Adolf Hitler. My fear. But anyway, back on topic. I actually love, sounds really bad, but I love the study of, I guess you can say, like, Nazi Germany. Side note, that time frame really, I don't know, I love learning about it. I can never get enough of that topic. But we're talking about North Korea here. And what I'm saying here is, North Korea isn't that big of a threat. They have nuclear bombs to the power of what we had in 1945. About 80 years ago, 70, 80, somewhere around that time frame, that nuclear bomb that they have is up to that magnitude. Not that good. Not that good at all. It's actually really weak. It's less than a mile in blast radius, and its biggest effect is fallout, which isn't that bad on that small of a nuke. Like, yeah, you can get some bad fallout to it, but it's not that bad, realistically speaking. I mean, really, any place that got nuked with any sort of nuclear device, yeah, that's bad. But realistically, I mean, really, it's not that bad. I mean, it sounds bad, but it's not. I'm sorry, but let's get on with the thing. That nuke, they won't launch it because China doesn't even have their back. China's like, whoa, bro, whoa, little man, you need to chill out, because you start threatening nukes, you're going to have World War III, and this world's going to be a burning rust pile, which is not Gucci at all, and that's something you don't want. And Korea is honestly the main reason why they're doing this, guys. They're not going to nuke anybody because they know the world will turn against them and flatten their country into Fallout 3. Even communism itself, like China, and doesn't have their back, because China realizes that if it starts World War III, everybody's resources and materials will be completely messed up, and China doesn't even really have the military might to go into a full war against a nation like the United States. That's not trying to sound arrogant or anything, but if you just look at the numbers and look at our technology, no nation comes close to the United States in power. No matter how much people think China has the United States bend over, it's not really true. If we wanted to, we could flatten them too. But that's not the point. They have a lot of resources, and we want to keep the world as peaceful as humanly possible. And that's why the Korea dude, he may be a little pissed off, and he might be short and angry and just at the world. But his point at getting at this and threatening nukes is because his country is starving. His people are starving. His people need to get out. I mean, they have cars. If you look at these parades closely of them marching down the street doing their Sig Heil type thing, you'll soon realize that even the automobiles they have are like from the 1960s, 1970s, maybe earlier generations. It shows how poor and how unadvanced this country is, and how much of a need they need for resources and technology. And so the main point of him trying to threaten these nukes and threatening war is to sort of make the other countries back off and appease him to letting him have free trade. The goal of this is for him to have free trade. He wants free trade because his country is starving. He has no resources to make his economy any better, and he needs resources badly just to help his people and to get his people to the advanced level of normal everyday world outside of North Korea. I mean, South Korea is better off than North Korea, because the South Korea, my bad, is allied with the United States. And that thin line between North Korea and South Korea, called the DMZ, demilitarized zone, is it's basically a thin wire of a line that says, hey, war could break out any moment, because the Korean conflict didn't end in actual a treaty. It ended in a ceasefire, which is different, and a bunch of war obligations. A ceasefire doesn't mean technically the Korean conflict's still going on. That's what I'm getting at. A ceasefire doesn't mean the war's over. A treaty would have ended the war, and there was never a treaty signed. It was just a ceasefire. But guys, hope you enjoyed this commentary on my 2 cents about North Korea and how I think about the little bastard. And if you're honestly worried about this, I really wouldn't be. It's not that big of a threat. It's really not, guys. And it might have a little conflict again. The Korean conflict might start up, but Korea is not that big of a threat. Like, they have their marching armies and 1 million standby army, but you have to realize they have people in that military from the ages of probably 16 to 40, and once you get in your upper 30s, you're not that great physical, and you're not that much of a threat. So, guys, I just want to let you know, if you're sort of scared about it, don't worry about it. It's just a country that's trying to get out there, and if they do get crazy with the nuke, we'll flatten them. That's all I gotta say. Well, guys, Unreal Rex here, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.